You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the June 2nd meeting for the Michigan City Port Authority Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Michigan City Port Authority Board of Directors meeting, June 2nd. Call the meeting to order, and I'm looking for approval or corrections of May 19, 2025 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as presented for the May 19th, 2025 minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And comments from the public.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dale Moyer. I'm with the South Shore Sailing School, and our summer season is now upon us. We begin our instruction today, this month on June 16th. As you well know, we use the pavilion year in, year out, every summer for this, and we'll be very interested to know if there's any new developments on the lease around that spot. We certainly are hoping to have some stability for this summer and be able to use that as we have in the past. So we are eager to get some details from this group. Thank you.
No. Not a problem. Anybody else? Mr. Glidden, I see you. Report from the Harbor Master, Mr. Frank.
All right, at this point, we continue launching boats at Trail Creek, though the schedule is dwindling at this point now that we're past Memorial Day. We continue lowering finger piers. The water is about 6 to 8 inches lower than it was at this same time a year ago. So last week we lowered 11 finger piers. This week we have another 6 so far on the schedule. We'll probably be out again Thursday to do that. I imagine we'll pick up a few more between now and then. Last week we started our weekly pump out service. Currently we have 29 people signed up for that, and that's every Tuesday. So we'll be going out for the second time tomorrow. And the rest of the stuff is pretty much routine. So unless anybody has any questions, that's all I have for tonight.
I have a question. Is the laundry service still being operated out of the marina? Did you know?
I have not heard anything this season.
I haven't heard anything from them?
No.
So I guess they're probably not doing it. It's pretty late.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Frank?
Did the chip come in for the gas pump, or are we still waiting on parts for that?
Chip.
Or whatever was
Oh
wrong
yeah,
with
the
the gas
pump's
pump?
fixed.
Okay, thank you.
All right, reports from the Assistant Harbor Master Administration, Mrs. Pilecki.
We're really busy today with people picking up their stickers and calling for the finger piers to be moved, because when that happens, we have to call the person on the other side to make sure that they want that finger pier moved. And just busy answering questions, and we're still getting people interested in slips. But we are left.
And the rule for the finger pier is if they don't agree, it goes right to the middle.
If it's an extreme position. In some cases, we just leave it where it is.
Okay.
But let's say you wanted it all the way at the top and your neighbor wanted it all the way at the bottom, then we'd split the difference. But if it's just one step either way, then we're just gonna leave it where it is.
So, okay. I just want to make sure everyone hears that, so we don't have to have rhetorical questions all the time. All right, anything else, Mr. Pilecki?
That's it.
That's it. And Mr. Ferguson, budget and financial oversight, review and approval of the bills to be paid.
We just have the bills to be paid tonight. And you can see on the summary sheet, that accounts for all except about $1,400. And you can dig that out of the second sheet if you want. So you're going down on the summary sheet, you can see we have trash removal, fuel, water, lawn, security, DIPSCO, and some more landscaping. And we had some refunds that we traditionally have, a few of those at the start of the season. So unless there are any questions, I'll make a motion that we accept the bills as stated for $56,103.59.
Second?
Any questions?
Mr. Ferguson, can you tell us what the third sheet is about?
Marion,
I can tell you what it is.
I didn't see the third sheet.
it's a train.
If you look at the date of it, it's from February when we
Oh,
did the $400,000.
The CD.
And this is what's moving it from one account to the other account to the CD.
yeah.
And it's from February that it just was posted.
We typically do excesses from the prior year. We move those into the existing year because we have to close out the prior year.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I didn't see that page there.
All in favor of pay the bills?
Aye.
Mr. Haynes, claims and insurance.
I have nothing to report.
Board operations, well, it's pretty much standard operation at this point. Haven't had anything, any mishaps or anything out of hand happen, so we're in good shape. All the staff, I think all your staff is pretty much on board there. So, good. Haven't heard anybody else, so that's all good. Mr. Messina, voter communications and special events.
I have nothing unless anybody has any question.
All right, Mr. Manor, master planning, special projects, and park related.
I have nothing for park liaison or master planning right now.
We're just still waiting on the stuff coming. Mr. Cypers, advertising and public relations.
I have the artwork for the signs that we made a motion to approve at the last meeting and approved it, and then I've also got the estimate for the signs to be made. So if anybody wants to look at these or pass them around, this is what Reprographic Arts came up with for the 3 different signs. And
3 sides.
3 signs. So we've got one like this that faces the water that says contact Michigan City Port Authority for overnight mooring with our phone number and our hours. 2 of those, one midway down, one at the other end by the sailing school for boaters so that they know who to get a hold of for the wall. And then we have this one, which would just be one of these down by the sailing school on the opposite side of that sign facing inland. And the way this one reads is, welcome to Washington Park Marina. This area is designated for boat mooring. Fishing is permitted when boats are not present. If a boat arrives to tie up, fishermen are required either to move or vacate the area. Thank you, Michigan City Port Authority. And then the third and final sign, 7 to 8 of them will be needed. The bid is for 8 signs. Fishing permitted when boats are not moored, and you got tied up in parentheses, so there's no confusion on the wording of moored. And our logo on that as well. With that, the actual estimate is $465.24 for 11 total signs.
You listen to 0?
No.
Wow, that's not much.
Are you gonna make a motion?
I am making a motion that we accept this estimate and have these signs made.
I'll second it.
Any questions, anybody?
Are we gonna put those up ourselves evidently? Gotcha.
All in favor?
Aye.
Then the second thing that I'd like to make a motion on or have a discussion on is it has been requested that the area between the Amita and the bridge on concert nights be a no mooring area. It's been requested by Harbor Country Adventures that becomes no mooring for crowd control purposes and things of this nature on those nights. And they would like us to either provide a sign or they would even pay for a sign to be made. Obviously, we need to approve the way the sign reads and things of that nature. But I would like to make a motion that we approve a sign for that area on those nights.
How many nights are there?
Well, they have concerts on Friday and Saturday nights from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
There's an occasional Sunday when there's a long weekend,
Okay.
but other than that, because what he's been experiencing, that the boatload of people will come, they'll come hang out there, drink everything they have on their boat, and cause a scene. So I've seen a scene a couple times there. So I'm behind that decision if that's the way you guys want to go, but you made a motion, so who wants the second or whatever?
Yeah, I'm in favor of it also. I like the idea. I don't know who's gonna enforce it.
Well, it can really, the way I kind of understand it, he's got security down there, and if a sign is present, he can just simply say that, hey, this is a Port Authority rule because we govern that wall, and security can ask them to leave, and if they don't leave, you know, he can certainly call the police at that point.
Sure.
Well, his weekends are, that is police.
It's police staff.
So
Yeah, it is police staff.
let's just help back up
Yep.
that scenario,
All
so.
right, second, I think Bruce already did. Did you second that motion?
No, I didn't
Oh, you not that one? Yeah, I second his motion, unless you have more discussion on it, Sam.
We have a lot of signs around here, I know we don't need any more. I support what we're doing here, but let's remember that all these darn signs everywhere, they kind of drive us nuts in the long run. But I agree what we're doing here.
Well, and in regards to the sign, one idea I had that I bounced off of him in the discussion was, how about something like a double-sided A-frame type sign that they could simply put up on that day and take down when not in use? So it's not a fixture sign that's mounted there all the time and they just put it out on the event day.
Do you need two? Do you think they need two?
I think they probably need two in that length of space.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
Not sure he'll belly up for him, we just want to make sure we get the print, have it printed the way we like it.
Sure.
Perhaps a two-sided bit?
Yeah.
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 Sure, that sounds good.
Okay.
Any other discussions? All in favor?
Is that all you have?
Nope. The other thing that was brought to my attention today is Reigns of Life is looking for a donation for their program out there on the south side of Michigan City. I have this was just brought to me a little bit ago, so I have not dove into this very far yet. However, me being an equestrian guy, I'm not opposed to this, but it's not really something, in my eyes, that is related to what we do down here, so I don't know if this is something that we would like to support. I'm not going to make a motion tonight to do it in any capacity. Looks like they've got different sponsorship levels. It's on the sheet. Anywhere from $50 to $1,000, right? So their top sponsor, lead sponsor, a big, large 5x7 ad banner kind of thing, that's $1,000 sponsor, so on and so forth. I'd like feedback from you guys, whether you think this is something we should participate in or not. But that's my 2 cents for now. We could talk about it later if you'd like, or more now.
Make a comment. I agree with what you said.
Mhm.
It is a good organization. It helps generally the younger kids that they go all the way up to adults.
Special needs and so on and so forth, yes.
I could use a little help here and there. So while that is a good organization, I agree with you that it's not really something that it's anywhere near what we do down here.
Right. Okay. Anybody else got anything on it?
I worked there for quite a few years, and I've seen some amazing things happen there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen children take their first steps. I've seen adults that were disabled. In fact, I had one boy that I worked with there that as an adult, he is absolutely amazing. He's a brilliant young man. And when he was younger, he was so intelligent that it just blew my mind. He was just probably about 6 or 7 years old. And one of the things that they do there is they put these signs on a wall, and once they get on the horses and stuff, you lead them over, and they have to go by these things they put on the wall, and they ask questions. And that day, the questions were about different countries in the world and what their capitals were. This young child at 6 or 7 years old, I can't remember exactly how old he was then, he knew every single one of those capitals. And he has brain problems and stuff like that. he is extremely successful right now. He's a straight A student. He's an amazing young man. And I get the fact that it really doesn't have anything to do with the Port Authority, but I think a few bucks to them wouldn't be a bad thing because they do fantastic things there for people. I really like the place. I volunteered there for almost 10 years. And, I don't do it any longer because somebody's going to have to volunteer to help me. But anyway, that's just my.
Sure.
Everybody's got their thoughts. But.
Well, that's all I've got for now.
Talking about signs and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe it'd be a good idea to have a sign on the pavilion stating, if you wish to rent the building out, dates or something, who to contact, I don't know, if anybody would
Once
know.
we get our leasing and everything all done,
Yeah.
we can put it up, because there's no reason that anyone call, because we don't know what to tell them yet. So, but yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Is Joe working on that, or?
We're working on it.
Okay, yeah,
And then we'll get it to Joe.
okay.
Kim sent stuff out over the last week, didn't you send?
Oh,
Or was that just a return, a forward thing that I got?
it was just the leases that the park department had provided to us, and then we kind of just
I didn't know if
did
there
a
was any
revamp.
discussion for you on that.
No,
Okay,
not at this time.
Not yet.
I'm good.
Mr. Zankman is out ill today, so we don't have anything in there. Anybody else have any other comments? Good.
What's up, John?
Maybe, a comment, maybe, the boat auction,
Still working on it. Yeah, I wait 6 months for this, 6 months for that, and just,
do we need to put that down here as a table thing to be brought up more often?
we just have to wait for the dates to come around.
Are we close to it? We don't want the season to be over.
We're on a second thing, give it 6 months.
So we'll get to the 6-month date. And we'll get you that out to you.
How many votes have we got?
So that's gonna happen. How many?
It's probably 10. Plus or minus.
Okay.
We just got it through the gambit.
Actually, with the city dock signs on tabled subject,
Yeah, that can come off now.
I'd like to make a motion that we remove that from the table, and we can talk about it anytime we want then, so.
I'll second the motion.
Second motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Ames?
Talking to a boater, I think it's a 700 dock. They had a voltage issue a couple weeks back. Was that addressed or did the,
Yeah, that was a NIPSCO deal.
oh yeah,
One whole leg fell out all down through here. So half your stuff would work and half would not.
right.
And I don't know how they ended up fixing it, but it affected us, it affected Coast Guard, affected Fish Camp,
Okay.
all that stuff, yeah.
Were the boaters notified of it?
I think so. I think we sent a
Yeah, you
email
sent an
out.
email out.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else anybody have?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
5:19.